Josh with Inktology, and I am here today to, well, do some watercolor, baby. That's what we're doing. Oh, I'm so curious why my broadcast is not showing that I'm on. Yeah, it says I'm live 31 seconds. So maybe it just hasn't redone it. Maybe I messed up somewhere here. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Anyways, my name is Josh. I'm an ink artist. I do illustrations. I do pen and ink. I do pencil. I do digital. I do 3D. I do murals, large scale and short and small and everything in between. I teach and I learn. I am a multi-skilled artist, I guess you would say. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not skilled at all. But I am here, and tonight, starting an hour early than I usually do. That's because it's going to take some time to do this one. But yeah, if this is your first time watching, please like and subscribe to the channel. You know, this is going to be a weekly thing. I do it every single day. We're on episode 64 or 63. No, 63 today, and that's rad. That means I've done it pretty much every single day since the new year, except for weekends, which I thought it'd be more than 63 episodes, but I guess that makes sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, really. But all right. So watercolor. What is watercolor? It is paints that are dilutable with water, and it can be mixed, and they are applied to a watercolor paper, which is thicker. And I don't usually use watercolor. I don't like color. I don't like using water. You know what I mean? Like, this is new to me, so we're just gonna have fun though, because I like the idea of learning and growing as an artist. And someone recommended that I should try my hand in doing the Zmei Dragon, which is a Slavic dragon, 3 heads. And so I drew this out. I sketched this bad boy out, and then you can watch the other YouTube videos that I posted. And then I inked it today and kind of finished it all up. Didn't fully shade it with all the blacks, because we're going to go through there and do that with the colors and dark colors. Now, if you're looking for a super intense education on watercolor, there are far better watercolor artists out there in the YouTube space. But I am going to give you some raw info, stuff that you might not get elsewhere. So let's start. Let's enjoy. Hopefully the music's okay. I've got the sniffles, so if you hear me sneeze or blow my nose, know that I'm still all right. I'm alive and well. It's just I'm allergic to art, apparently. And if I take a break today, then we will have a video to do it. Now, what kind of tools are we using? I'm using this artist brush. It's a little bit thicker. Probably start with this bad boy to lay down the foundation of the colors. The colors that I have are going to have to be mixed. You know what? Maybe I'll do this. Maybe this is easier for you guys. Yeah. Look at that. We're getting it through. Means I have to resituate my chair. Hold on. Give me a second. And blow my nose. How are you doing? What's up? You know? If you're just now watching, how's life? How's your Tuesday? Did you see the eclipse? You know? What's going on? Sorry for that. That's disgusting. But the way life is when you're allergic to whatever it is I'm allergic to over here. Golly. All right. Whew, I need to buy a fan in this room. It's hot. So I have water here. I actually have 2. One for rinsing out the colors, and one for just doubling up on the rinse. And that'll help me kind of clean out the brushes. I have also paper towels here. Simple paper towels, cheap ones. That'll help me dry it so I can get ready for the next color. All right, so the brushes are a thin one, very small, a medium, roughly the same size though, but it has a thicker, a thinner point. So I'm just going to try this one out, and then we go straight to the thick one. That should be enough, right? I don't know. We're going to figure it out, so we're going to do it. Now, this ink drawing here, I have taken photos of it already. I did not scan it. I should have scanned it, but my scanner is broken, so I took photos, high-res photos. Probably should take more photos, honestly, to tell you the truth. But it's all good. This is practice. This is, this is just a fun little doodle drawing. Very long doodle drawing. Scales took me hours to do. But, oh, we're not even in focus, are we? There we go. Look at that. Camera focus. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to start with the big brush. What are we going to do? This is what we're going to do. We're going to... Actually, we're going to look... I didn't even figure out what image, how I want to draw this thing. Or I've never seen a watercolor. Let me look up watercolors on Pinterest or something and just get an idea. Let's do watercolor dragons on Pinterest. Let's see what it shows up. I'm just going to show this on the camera here, because this is where I'm going to get my inspiration from. Very colorful. Ooh, that's intense. There's no way I can do that. Okay, this is a little bit too much. Let me try medieval watercolor. Medieval art. See what pops up that way. Oh my gosh, it's just evil art. Oh, I see why. Watercolor art. So when we go through watercolor art, we can see different types. We got wet on wet. Very cool stuff. This is so skillful. This is not my level of watercolor. I don't do color. I think, I really enjoy something like that. That's really rad. I can't do that because the lines are too thick, and none of these have real ink lines on it. These are just kind of watercolor on paper and letting the color become the lines. No distinction between, color and black. But I put black in mine, so I have to kind of work around it and figure out what my style is. I think what I'm going to do is wet on dry. It means I'm going to put down the color and then I'm going to wait till it dries and then put it on more afterwards, and we're going to go from there. But Pinterest is a good place to get some ideas. I need to find dragon art. I think I'm going to stick with the tone though, because I think if I do too many colors, it might be actually no fun for this. So let's kind of go through the idea of what it kind of should look like. It's nighttime. I hope to have it as nighttime. Each dragon here is based off of like water, fire, earth. So technically their heads should change colors slightly. But for the head of the dragon here, it would probably turn more of a green for the earth one, a green-brown. And then for the red one, it would be purely red, fire red. And then for the water dragon, the Leviathan head, you would think blue. But I think I'm going to go more along the lines of a green-blue to match this guy over here. And maybe even put some green and stuff in this guy. Because it'd be hard. I don't know. Maybe I should make it all red. Kind of want to make a full painting full of red. Really, really struggling on figuring that out. If you have any ideas, viewer, please let me know what you think I should color and how I should color the heads. If they should be 3 different colors or they should be all one tone. Gosh, I really don't know. I'm like, I should have done this before I started the live stream, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. And look what happened. I'm stuck. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to go for this. We're just going to go with it and see what happens. I don't know. Nor do I guess, feel like I should care as much. Didn't have a real big vision for it. Because there's like blue dragons, purple dragons, all types of dragons. Green and red look great. But a multicolored one would look dope too, I think, maybe. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take this bad boy and we're going to start with the red. I doubt we're going to get too far with this painting today, so let's get this thing wet. And we're going to start with the red color here, getting that in there, and then start moving that around. Get the brush going. Trying not to damage the brush by pushing it forward. I mean, I have some basic oil skills and painting skills, so hopefully I can apply that to the watercolor theory a little bit. Now, gouache and acrylic is different, but you know, they should hold some basis of truth. And that is when you brush downwards away from pushing the hairs forward, not to destroy the hairs on the brush. And also starting with a light wash before you get into deep colors and definitions. So here's how we're going to do it. And we have to also particularly pay attention to leaving the whites white where they should be white, and, you know, protecting those areas. So I'm just going on with a straight red right now to kind of get a tone. Okay. Not too worried about getting the colors perfect. Now this is watercolor paper, so gosh, I have these cords in my way blocking my brush. Oh my gosh, these brushes are so long. They're like, I'm not used to having brushes this long. The cords are messing with me. Come on. Let's move this guy over. Kind of looks pink. Not a fan of how it looks pink. Now the pencil lines, I didn't erase fully. I left them there to kind of give this like gritty look to it. Hoping it'll enhance the painting a little bit. We will see. Oh, where'd my music go? Jada. Can't paint without some medieval tavern music, right? So he's got some pink lines in him, you know. This gives me some ideas of where I can do, and then I left the whites there already. Now, where else does he need to be red? Is he going to be fully a red dragon, or is he going to be a green dragon? You know, I don't know. I wish I had people chatting in my comments section to let me know, because I have no idea what's probably the best thing to do. But I don't want to keep pushing on the paper and destroying the fabric of the paper. I want to just lay on the colors and let it be done, and then rinse and move on. So, you know what? Let's just play. Maybe an undertone won't really matter that much. So let's do the earthy dragon now. You know, the brown and green one. He should look pretty cool. Maybe I'll make this dragon green. You know, most dragons are green, aren't they? I feel like they are. Ooh, look how nasty that looks. Should have watered that down. Interesting trying to watercolor a really detailed dragon painting that I've never thought about even watercoloring something this intricate. I just don't do watercolor, you know, but it's very fun. It's very cool. Probably need a better. Hey Megs, welcome. Glad you can make it. How's your Tuesday going? Hope it's going good. Saw you doing some live streams recently. That's really rad. We're just sitting here doing you know, some simple watercolor and having fun. Screwing about, you know what I mean? Is this going to look amazing? I don't know. No one knows. But we will try. Thought about studying some watercolor techniques before I got on, but failed to do so. I'm impatient and I just want to try stuff. I want to learn. Oh man, you know what I'm doing wrong right away? I was supposed to tape this down like a numbskull. The reason why was because I needed to protect the whites of the edges. Yeesh. Come on. Making all these rookie mistakes. I know better than all this, but yeah, you know. It's this YouTube game. The YouTube game gets me all flustered. Don't know what I'm supposed to do because YouTube is like, I'm like, oh, I should be more worried about the footage and the way it looks, and don't really think about the actual legitimate process of creating art. It's probably why people don't do YouTube as much as they probably should, because it's kind of hard. Anyway, Megs, I don't know you very well, Megs, but what do you do? You don't do art, or you do art? Because I know your channel didn't really have art stuff, but you did a fantastic Dumbo. I love the Dumbo. which is really cool. I love Disney characters. TF is a fantastic subscriber of mine. He's on very often, and he's a great artist, fantastic artist actually. I really like his work. Oh my gosh, my nose is going crazy. Oops, hitting the mic. Hitting the mic with this brush. Probably doesn't look like much now because you're looking at this and like, what is happening here, Josh? And I'm thinking the same thing. Like, what is happening here? But I think it's going to come together. I don't think that would be so perfect. I think the watercolorness of it being kind of fun is going to be great. I just watched the trailer for The Joker 2 with Lady Gaga. This is the new trailer that just came out like a couple hours ago. Oh my gosh. I think this is going to be the best movie of the year for sure. If it doesn't win every Oscar, there's no way it can. Because by the trailer alone, you can tell that they put a twist on what cinema should be like. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's already brilliant. I'm excited for it. I'm a big fan of the first one, even though I only watched it like once or twice because it's so intense I can hardly watch it again. But I believe in it because it's just... Joaquin Phoenix is a brilliant actor. The story of Joker being portrayed as a bad guy, yet, you know, it's mental health issues, all these really, really wonderful concepts, you know, really I dig, and I really am excited to see what happens with the film and how it's produced and made. As a filmmaker myself, I enjoy that kind of stuff. So, you know, we will see. We will see. It looks good. Deadpool 2 looks good too. I've just been kind of all over the place with my watching trailers and stuff. It's hard to find good films these days, you know? There's no really good movies. No one's making anything of quality. Even when I saw like Christopher Nolan created stuff, I love Nolan. You know, Inception and all his movies are usually really intricate and beautiful and IMAX filmed and stuff. But even his stuff kind of like lately has been like, I don't know. I expect better. It's me being kind of rude, I guess. Okay, so we have the first layer. And the first layer is brown and red and bluish green and stuff. You know what? Let's not stop using this this thick brush. Start using this thin one here. It's a Da Vinci Cosmoton Spin. Germany. It must be nice. Man, this looks nice. It looks fancy. It's nice wood. You know what I mean? I don't know how long watercolor should take to dry before I start painting on top of it. I really don't know, honestly. But we're going to go into the green colors here now because green should be the color of a dragon. Not too green though. It's got to be like a brown green. Almost a red green actually. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do some red in there. Yeah, that's looking good. You're like, Josh, you're the worst watercolor guy ever. Yeah, I know I am. You don't have to tell me that. I understand. I get it. I did it. I dipped it in the wrong one. That's because I don't do watercolor, people. I am learning as you are watching me. But the one skill set I've learned throughout my years of being an artist is how to adapt and perfect skill sets, whether people think that they can do it one way or another. The human body is a really, really amazing thing. It learns through experimentation. And I learned through experimentation. So we're figuring this all out. It's a rainbow dragon at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to come together beautifully. So I guess it's going to be a green dragon with different types of heads with different colors, but we'll probably stay in the same tone. I'll probably do a full wash of red. I think I like the red idea. But for right now, we're just going to get the colors underneath, kind of driven in. These are highlights and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Don't have to worry too much. We're having fun tonight. To be careful with this music thing. Sometimes it switches over to the commercial real quick, and then I have to like lower the volume real quick because I don't want Hertz or whatever. I'm not sponsored by them, so I don't want them promoting their stuff on my live stream. I'm not being very exact with my watercolor, as you can see. I'm just kind of keep putting in the colors, blotting it in. On camera, it looks really bright green, but in real life, it's a lot more darker. Not really sure why that is, but yeah. So don't worry. This is just the first layer. The first layer is always going to just tell the story of where the colors are going to go. And then after that, we're going to do all the detailing and fun stuff. I do know that's how paint works for the most part. I mean, I guess in watercolor, you might want to leave the whites white and stuff like that. But in my situation, I think I can figure this out. Oh no, I should have left that white. It's okay. It's okay. Bet you I can absorb it with a dry brush. Nope, sure cannot. It's not how paint works. Been watching House of the Dragon because I want to get inspiration. Plus, the new season's coming out soon. I love Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, TV show ever created. Except for the last season, I think that could just be trashed. But up to that, I think it's phenomenal. And so I love doing dragons. I love drawing stuff like this, fantasy stuff. I did a whole entire a card game called Fragments. And it's like this competition, really fun, competitive card game that's taken off of an old Korean card game called Ghost Stop, and I adapted it to an American audience with medieval and mythological stuff like Lord of the Rings vibe and kind of stuff, you know. And really enjoyed it, but it didn't take off because I didn't know how to market it back in the day. And I created a whole new trading card game after that. So it's it's in my blood to do this kind of watercolor stuff. I mean, not watercolor stuff, the medieval and fun stuff like this. So Zenimax or Zenimates. Hey, welcome. Glad you could join the stream tonight. We're just doing some watercoloring stuff. You can look how kiddie-ish it looks. It looks like I'm a 4-year-old going at it. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to detail this. If this all fails, I'll just go over it with gouache, and I know how to work with gouache. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. It's definitely a work in progress. Something I've never done before. I've never really done watercolor in this fashion. If I ever did watercolor, it was like real simplified, real basic, real basic stuff. So hopefully this turns out good. Oh, thanks. I appreciate the compliment. I'm not that great. I'm an artist who tries, and I'm getting there. I'm working at it, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate the drop of the link. Zenimates. Super appreciate that. If you join my Discord too, it should be in one of my... Shoot, I don't know where I never put it up because I'm so lazy sometimes. I forget. But we talk about, our art, and you can share your channels and do whatever you want there. Yeah, I try to encourage people there on my Discord to share, and we can critique in a very productive and progressive way. That way people can always be growing. But I appreciate you dropping a link in your Discord. Send me your link. I would love to join your Discord. I love supporting artists and anybody. That's great. It's really cool. So right now I'm just doing the first layer with the watercolor, not really caring too much about what it should look like compared to just having fun with it. Because honestly, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. But I'm just going to try. Hey, I'm sure you're Frozzy. I'm sure you're an artist. Everyone's an artist, Xana. Everyone's an artist. And Frozzy, welcome. How you liking the dragon? I know it's very kind of retro colors and stuff going on right now, but I'm just getting the first layer done. After this, we'll go into detailing and darkening it. We'll get so dark. Hopefully, this thing will be super dark. That's my goal, is to have it dark. Kind of like real retro dark. Yeah, the volume is low. Are you talking about on my microphone or on the... No, it should be pretty solid. It's like at a 25 negative dB. It might be my voice. I'm just speaking low because I want to be just chill. Yeah, D&D vibes, baby. I'm just going to put on the first coat of color, which is going to be very light and kind of all over the place, really. And then I'll get it. Hey, TF, welcome, welcome. And then I'll get the second layer will probably be more of the detailing of colors and stuff. I gotta figure out how to watercolor, so I have to watch more tutorial videos tomorrow. Is it really hard to hear? Really? Interesting. I'm literally like, my mouth is touching the microphone, so that's weird. Oh, I see why. I'm sorry. I put the volume down for some dumb reason. Okay, is that better? That's better, huh? Ooh, this brown overtakes the green so hard. What? Oh man, come on, brown. You gotta chill out, dude. You are way too intense. Let's just mix you. Come on, let's put that over there. Oh, that was a terrible idea. Josh, what are you doing? It's like mud now. What just happened? Okay, we're working here. Yeah, that brown is super. Did you see that? It said, screw you, blue and green. Brown is going to be your new color. Ugh, rough. Ooh, look at that, how dark it is. Ugh. It's okay, this is the first layer, so it doesn't really matter. It's all about me testing out colors and getting an idea of what this should look like. So every color should be light. It shouldn't be too dark on the first layer. I know that because, you know, with watercolor, you want to double up on your layers and keep going. This is the green that I was looking for, an evergreen, actually. But it'll probably fade away because I want to do a full red wash of fire kind of coming through later on. So we'll see. I don't know. You don't know. Who knows? This could look terrible by the time I'm done, honestly. But I really don't mind because I'm just here to, hey, poop green is the best. You know, that's my favorite color. Dookie green. Or dookie brown, actually, is my favorite color. People don't believe me. People are like, that's so stupid. You're just trying to be funny. No, it's 100% true. I love dookie brown because there's a certain type of brown that comes from dookie that just really resonates with like the essence of life. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't understand, but not diarrhea brown, but like dookie brown. It's like, it's kind of gorgeous. It's kind of pretty as a color, you know. But I could be unique in that thought process. I don't know, but I think it's pretty. Most of my color of my clothing is dookie brown. Probably why I don't get very many, you know, second interviews at places. But, you know, I still like the color. Still pretty. Mustard yellow is nice too. Hey, you got to be honest. Dookie brown is dookie brown. It's great. We all have our weird little things that we quirk with, and that's mine. I love dookie brown. Not dookie itself. Like dookie, I could live without. Though dookie is fun because, you know, like, have you ever... Here's a question. When have you ever dookied and not feel better afterwards, right? Truth. Fact. So you got to kind of give respect to taking a duke, you know. But the color's nice. Orangey. Oh, I don't know what you're eating. A lot of carrots or something. but you can live without Dookie. No one can live without Dookie. Dookie makes the world go round. I don't know why on camera though it looks very vibrant on the YouTube channel that you guys are looking at. It's actually not as bright as that, not as like saturated. It's actually a little bit more muted than all of this. So I'm a little confused why it's doing that. I don't think I have my settings that way, but you know, whatever. On my end, it looks more flat, retro. Let me figure out this watercolor game, man. This watercolor game is tough. Tough stuff. But I like it. It's kind of fun. You guys do any watercolors? You ever done any like watercoloring stuff? A beautiful Mexican dookie party. Hey. We don't go that far on this channel. That sounds disgusting. It sounds like, you know, if you went to Taco Bell and you and your friends had a lot to eat, but then you realized not only was the food obviously Taco Bell food, but you had a lot to drink and a lot of salt water, and it just came out in ways that you never thought, right? Taco Bell. Man, I don't know why that place is still around with all the trouble they've given people's stomachs in history, you know, for decades now. Like, how are they still in business? I don't understand. Taco Hell, that's right. Taco Hell. That's exactly what they are. Like that, like their tacos, okay, don't get me wrong, they taste good, but we all know that immediate feeling 27 minutes later when we're all going, oh, that was a bad idea, you know? But yet we continue to go back there. So it must be their marketing team is on point, you know? Because they keep getting us to come back. Get it. That or there's some kind of drug inside the food that makes us want it. Kind of like a cocaine or something. I don't know. But it's not good. That's for sure. I haven't been to Taco Bell in probably like 8 years. No, probably longer than that. Probably like 12 years, actually. I just don't do it. It destroyed my intestines. Ooh, White Castle. Yum, 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 yum. White Castle's is fantastic. Then again, their little burgers that the White Castle does, I don't find them that great, you know? Hey, Crime and Crochet. Are my hyper focus. Hello, welcome. You're from TF's. Thank you for dropping down, right? TF, or was it who was it? Megs? Not really sure. Brain loss, you know. Don't remember things. Brown Castle is better. What's Brown Castle? That sounds good. You made that up, TF. There's no way. So what's your favorite fast food place then? Mine is going to be I'd have to say my favorite fast food place is going to be Carl's. No, that's not true. It was Carl's Jr. It's probably In and Out. Okay, In and Out is probably my favorite. Yeah, I would say In and Out is my favorite now, but before it was going to be Whataburger. Have you guys had Whataburger? Oh my gosh, Whataburger so good. Jalapeno bacon cheeseburger. Crushing it. Just got a phone call from Seattle on my phone. Messed up my stuff. Hold on, guys. I have to drink some. My mouth is dry. Yeah, Whataburger is the best. People who never had Whataburger or what a burger um, have not tried greasy, gross, amazing, phenomenal cheeseburgers before then, because they do it the best. Now, they can jack up your stomach a little bit, but for the most part, they are prime time. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. You're right, Xana. It's so good. It's like I can go for one right now because they're big sized burgers and their bacon and their meat patty just kind of like is so greasy. It just makes you feel like it feels like a little piece of heaven dropped into your mouth. And then it wasn't the good part of heaven. It was like, let's say it was like an angel took a dump, but that dump from an angel was that good. You know what I mean? Like it was angel dump, angel dookie. And you're like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because it's better than American. I mean, not American, but a human, you know, dookie. I don't know. That's just me just trying to think of a way of explaining it. I think all fast food is pretty rough. In-N-Out is really good because it's like fresh and it's cheap and it's like you can kind of make it to your own order and stuff. Dick's Burgers in Seattle? Ooh, what makes them good? I want to know what they're like. Hey TF, we gotta talk about angel poop. We gotta talk about angel poop. Angels gotta poop too. You don't think they don't? You don't think they eat? I'm sure they eat. If they have a mouth to talk with, they definitely consume some kind of food. I mean, I guess maybe they don't need to, but then what's the point of having a mouth and a butthole? You know? This ain't North Korea, dude. You know, where Kim Jong-un doesn't take a dump ever. Or Kim Jong-il. Yeah, Five Guys is pretty good, but they're pricey. In-N-Out is good, but not a burger place. Yeah, I can see that. It's not really a burger place. It's kind of like this. It's this quick. I don't know how to explain it. It's different. Yeah, I get what you're saying though, because you kind of feel like burger joints have a vibe to them. At least I do. Whataburger is probably the best though. I'm gonna have to say Whataburger is like pretty prime time. Then what did you mean, TF? What did you mean? Actually, so I do burger reviews throughout Los Angeles, and because I'm a delivery driver, I used to be a delivery driver until the other day, and I would on my shift I would go out and find new joints to eat at every time because I'm freaking hungry, right? And I reviewed so many, and hundreds probably. And I realized that out of all of the ones I've done in LA, at all price levels and stuff like that, the higher the price doesn't technically mean better. In fact, most of the time it kind of pisses me off. But there are ones that they're like if you find ones that have construction workers or people who from like the city workers, they go eat at, they are the best. I found this one called Tom's Number 5. That's literally the name, Tom's Number 5. I don't even know what that means. But it was so good. I walked in there, paid $8 for a burger. Pricey, but it was a double bacon, double patty burger, cheeseburger. And it comes out, it's freaking enormous. It's like gargantuan. And not only is it gargantuan, but it came out within like 5 minutes. Not even McDonald's does that fast. Like nobody does that fast. And not only did it come out that, it came out that, but it was, when you bit into it, it was just so darn juicy that like the grease went down your chin, the cheese dribbled down your lip, the crunchiness of the bacon kind of splattered right in your mouth. It was like, and then the crunchiness of the lettuce, because they just put fresh lettuce and fresh tomatoes, thick tomatoes. And it was coated with mayonnaise and mustard. It just went ham. Every time I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the UK, so we don't have many places that you're. I'm so sorry, crime. I'm so sorry. What do you guys have? Curious. I don't know much about the UK. Man, I want a burger right now too, TF. But crime. What's your burgers like over there? Eh? What is it like? Is it? What's up? What's up? Tell me. What is everyone talking about is the best burger joint? You know. Is this all dry? Okay, it's all dry. Good. Okay, good. Bangers and mash? What's bangers and mash? That sounds dope. I love the idea already. Mash. I love mash. Fish and chips. Blood sausage. What? Crisp and a pint. Crisp and a pint. That's my terrible English accent. Shepherd's pie. Ooh, I love me some shepherd's pie. I like fish and chips. Actually, fish and chips is pretty awesome. Um, you can't really go wrong with that. We have McDonald's, Burger King in most towns. I love KFC. KFC is prime time. People who don't like KFC, I don't understand, honestly. I love me some KFC. Um, the original flavor of KFC, so good, so good. I could do me some KFC right now. I haven't had fried chicken in a while. Yeah, we need In and Out is pretty good. I don't, but it's not like revolutionary burger flavor. You know what I mean? Like it's like kind of just like it hits a weird spot. In and Out's kind of like it's kind of like your I don't know how to explain it. It's not like burger joint though. You know, burger joints are meant to be kind of meatier burgers and kind of this feeling that just kind of makes you. How do I explain it? Ooh, the coleslaw at KFC. Ooh, then now I'm hungry. TF, you got me craving KFC. So for fried chicken though, KFC definitely wins in most fried chicken places to me. The secret menu is great at In and Out for sure. I do some crazy stuff. You know, they have patty melt at In and Out and stuff, and all kinds of weird stuff. Don't go to Taco Bell, crime and crochet. It is the devil. It is Satan's lair of doom. Your stomach will forever hate you. Popeye's chicken sandwich is pretty good. That's pretty dope. But KFC, like best fried chicken, I used to think KFC was number one, and then I tried Korean fried chicken joints, like BBQ's, something else. You can look up Korean fried chicken places. Go to them. They make their chicken so darn good. It's a little bit pricier, but it's revolutionary because they use rice flour oftentimes, which is crisp makes the chicken more crispy. And they also season and sauce it with their Korean sauce. It's like it's like if Buddha, you know how Buddha is really fat, and Buddha is like all his symbols, he's fat and happy. It's because he's eating Korean fried chicken. I believe it. He's definitely eating Korean fried chicken. Nene chicken. Frosty. You guys are killing me right now. I just ate, but I'm still hungry again. Oh my gosh, I'm just like dying. Oh my gosh, so hungry. Kimchi. Ooh, you guys like kimchi? It's hard to find people who like kimchi. I'm a big fan of kimchi. We eat kimchi every day with everything. I try not to eat kimchi. We have a rule: if we have to go to work and like go into the office, I don't eat kimchi because it makes me smell hardcore. Kimchi is such a rough smell, but it tastes so good. The spiciness. You know, it's one of the healthiest foods on the planet, actually. It's considered one of the top, like, 10 healthiest foods to eat because of the fermentation and stuff in the way it helps your, digestive system and all that jazz, which is cool. Chinese hot pot. Yo, who doesn't like Chinese hot pot? Get all those veggies and stuff in there. Ooh, I'm a cousin to Wayne. Who's Wayne? I like Wayne. That's Wayne. Wayne sounds like a cool guy. So yeah, hot pot is the best. Your husband? Your husband sounds like an amazing human being. Tell him he's an amazing man. He deserves an award, a plaque, a trophy. If he's related, if he's resembled to me in any single way, he is a phenomenal human being. And Wayne's a dope name. Who can deny a Wayne? Wayne's World. Oh, he's half Korean. His name is Wayne? Interesting. I've never heard a half Korean be named Wayne. That's unique. Half Vietnamese. Totally different. Totally different. How dare you? How dare you get us confused? Us Asians take offense to that stuff. Yuko, welcome. Vietnamese are great. I love Vietnamese. Pho, I can do pho all day long. Yum, 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 yum. Oof. We're talking about food, Yuko. Yes. Oh, hey, TF, you finally got it right. No one has ever gotten my ethnicity correct. Thank you. I am half Korean. 한국 사람이에요. And half demon. I'm so thankful that you guys, man, that's so nice of you. It's great. Wayne's mom approved. Homemade pho. I've never had homemade pho. I bet it's a phenomenal. Ooh, matcha. So I usually do matcha in the morning. I haven't done it in like this last month, but I usually do it because I studied matcha so I used to work at Jamba Juice, and they had these books about matcha because it was one of like their marketing schemes and stuff. But actually, matcha green tea is one of the healthiest things, and that's why Japan has a low cancer rate because of matcha. It actually prevents cancer for certain organs. And if you drink a whole bunch of alcohol and you go ham, it might screw that up. But if you drink matcha every day, it actually prevents cancer from growing in your body, which is dope. Wasabi seaweed rice topping. Whoa, what is that? That sounds amazing. Yum, yum, yum. You guys eat ramen noodles? Like actual, like the legitimate ramen noodles, not those like nasty cheap ones from the store, but like, legitimate ones. Yeah, matcha's so good for you. If you just had a shot of it a day, you'd be the healthiest person ever, 99 Ranch, they have tons of seed. Oh, you have a 99 Ranch where you're at? No way, Xana. I love 99 Ranch. We had one in Houston near my place, and man, that place was so big. 99 Ranch, enormous. Goodness. Oh, Cali. I see. Ooh, ramen in Chinatown. Chinatown in SF I just went to it my first time 2 years ago. So rad, so cool. Probably the best place in SF that I enjoyed. But yeah, Yuko, this is the channel to be hungry right here because we're talking about all the good foods. Asian food is just it hits the spot every time. I do so when I do like ramen noodles, I get the Korean ramen noodles and stuff like that. They're like a little bit more pricey because they're nicer noodles, but then you take them and then there's actually a technique to make your noodles amazing. Yeah, don't drink matcha at night. But if you throw it in there, right? You got like it's boiling. Throw in your ramen noodle, the noodle itself in there first, right? A little water, and of course to boil it, and then let it boil for like a minute or two, and let it soften up, and then mix it around so that it separates, so that the water can get to all the different places. And then you throw in the seasoning and the veggies that sometimes comes with. They have like these dried veggies that expand in the water. Throw that in there, and then once that's in there, leave that in there for 1 minute as well. So now you're at like the 2-minute mark. And then what you do, if you have garlic, you want to crush some garlic, chop it up real quick. 1 clove is good enough for a bowl of ramen, of garlic. Throw that in there, and then throw maybe like a quarter of a tomato diced up. Tomato or cherry tomatoes are the best, like 2 or 3 cherry tomatoes. My Korean students in Korea taught me this, and it blows me out of the water. And the tomato, the acidity from it creates this whole different vibe for the ramen noodles. And then you throw mushrooms, a couple diced mushrooms. I usually use like, any kind of mushroom would actually really work, honestly, but because mushrooms are amazing. There's a few. And that will soften up and get in there. And that'll kind of calm down the spice. And then once you're done with all of that, and it's like 3 minutes in, throw in an egg, a raw egg. And that'll boil for 1 more minute. So you're at 4-minute mark. The egg has been boiling for a minute. It's not fully cooked, but it's getting there. You take it out, dump it into your bowl, and then while it's in your bowl, it'll continue cooking a little bit, but your noodles will still stay soft, right? Or still stay hard, not fully overcooked. And then at that end, if you want to make it super good, take some American cheese, a slice of American cheese, and throw it on top, and then mix it in. And you're going to have the creamiest, best ramen noodle bowl you've ever had. I'm a big fan of American cheese, which is weird, but yeah. So I learned this I used to manage a guest house in South Korea, Seoul, and ramen was everyone's go-to. But then we had a chef who stayed at the guest house. And man, did I learn a lot. So yeah, you can do a lot with food like that. There's a lot of MSG in there, but you're going to have a blast. Frozzy, you got to go. Hey, have a great night. Thank you for joining. Thanks for all the food stuff. It was good. And hey, draw and do what you do, Ooh, wait, what did I miss here? Matcha tea mochi. Ooh, that sounds good. Chinese hot pot place where we go to own an Asian supermarket too close by, and I tend to spend a lot of, I bet you do, and buy everything that, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. See ya, Frozzy. Have a great night. I just had to throw out a box of matcha mochi because I had forgotten about it, and it was 18 months out of date. That's a long time for it to go out of date. Man, well, that sucks. Sucks for you. Oh man, matcha mochi. That sounds so good. I can eat that stuff like one a day easily. My goodness, that sounds good right now. Oh yeah, I bet the Bay Area, yeah. Because the Bay Area, the Chinese food has been Chinese culture has been there for so long. I went there to SF in the Bay Area to see Bruce Lee's studios and stuff like that, and I went to Chinatown just to like kind of experience the food, because you know so many movies are based off of the San Francisco Chinatown and stuff, which is really cool. But I did not find a lot of good restaurants that were like I feel like honestly LA has more, to tell you the truth, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't been to SF long enough. Peruvian? Oh my gosh, I haven't even had Peruvian, I think. Yeah, you need to go back to the Asian supermarket crime. Get some goodies. You know what's funny, Xana, is that the warrior, people have mentioned that to me multiple times if I have seen a warrior, because I know it's like the representation of Bruce Lee's show that he wanted to create back in the day or something. I have not. And I heard such great things about it. So I'm going to start watching it actually probably next week after I finish a couple shows I have right now planned. Because everyone seems to rave on about it and they say it's so good. So I'm going to have to watch it. I think one of the things that put me off about it was the actor. I didn't really like him as an actor. But I think he might do well. Obviously, he must be doing well if this is the show that's getting him a lot of fame. But I saw him in one thing and I just didn't enjoy his acting style. So that's probably why I was turned off. I think I was kind of being a little judgmental on him, a little too harshly. But I'll give him a shot. I'll give it a shot. The Warrior. Yeah, I'll give it a shot for sure. I mean, I'm a big kung fu fan. You know, I even take Jeet Kune Do, or I did like last year. Train in Jeet Kune Do and Wing Chun in martial arts, because I was raised in martial arts as a kid because of my family and stuff. And so I take it here in LA, and actually my Sifu is Bruce Lee's friend Jerry, his student. So that's really cool. And he's funny because he's this white guy who he's totally like Chinese, like he can speak Chinese, he has an accent sometimes, but he's like you just never would think it when you see him, because he's super like a white dude with like a buzz haircut. But yeah, he's Jerry's student, who is Bruce Lee's best friend, who trained with him and stuff. And he's here based here in LA, and super nice guy, amazing class. If you guys are ever in LA, you should take it. He does free classes and stuff for people and too in the park. I wish I can go, but I stopped going because I got lazy. I guess that's the truth. I just got lazy. I got lazy and I wanted to kind of like, I don't know. You know, working out's tough. It's tough stuff. Like staying motivated to work out is not an easy thing. Like I'm getting big. I'm getting kind of heavy set now. And I'm like regretting it because I have to go to, I got to fly to Texas soon and see family and stuff. And like, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to look big in front of my family. Like they're going to definitely say something. Because I'm like the scrawny Asian dude who works out all the time. I used to be. And then last year or two, I just let myself go. The stress of life. But, I should probably eat more Asian food. Stop eating so many snack food at night. That's my big problem. I eat snack food at night. Ugh. And then I take a nap. That's bad. But yeah, anyways, on a brighter note, what do you guys think of the painting? How do you feel like it's coming along? The colors kind of merging together finally. Still, this red is really intense. I'm gonna dumb that down a little bit with some darker. So most of this is gonna be dark, like real dark. I'm just putting on the first layer of light colors, kind of know what colors I need to merge. Like I want to do more of a. But see, see how that kind of, there's. If, I don't know if you can see. Hold on. It's kind of tearing up the paper because I'm pulling on it too much already. That's because I don't know how to work watercolor real well. I should let it dry probably and then work on it. So that's a tip for you guys if you want to know. You know, don't overwork your paper because it'll start frizzing up and. Tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna do. Is work on learning how to do watercolor. I'm so screwed. I did take photos, so I'm going to do this digitally, and I know digital is going to look a lot better than what I'm doing here. But you know, let's have fun and figure this out. It's probably going to do probably going to do another episode of this, or probably another live stream or two, to really figure out where I'm screwing up. Because I'm definitely screwing up. Yeesh, it's looking bad, guys. Oh well, you know, that's what it is. That's what it is. I can't with watercolors either. Yeah, I was expecting all red too. That's the truth. I was expecting to do it all red, kind of red tones and stuff, and go with like this one simple tone all over. And I think what happened was my brain froze somewhere and just said, let's just see what happens with the different colors. You know what I mean? And that's literally what happened. I didn't really plan for any of this. So now I have to deal with it. Like, how do I deal with my mistakes? You know what I mean? I still want to do like a full red wash over top so that it kind of blends it over, but everything's kind of green now. But I need to change the green because this is fire and the fire reflection should be red. So a lot of this should be red right here in this area. So what we're going to do is, I can't really change that with watercolor, I imagine. You know what I mean? Like, let's just check. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, TF, you should totally do a live stream watercolor. That'd be dope. So let's see. We got... I mean, the red still comes over. It's not as bright as it probably should be. Probably should be actually orange. I don't know why I did red straight on. I'm a numbskull for color. But let's see. What if I can do some orange here? Kind of merge it in there, yeah. And then get some orange in here. Get some orange in this. And blend the colors in. It's already soaked in. Whoops. I know nothing of watercolor, so that's what's happening. Darn. It's kind of working though. It's not too bad. I've been trying to do a little bit of scrubbing, I guess, kind of mixing the paper and stuff, but then it's like pulling up the paper. The paper is like not the best paper on the planet. So I'm seeing a little bit of defiance. But I do see a little bit of hope, because look at this orange. It's like it's reacting pretty well with these colors. It actually might be my saving grace right here, actually. Press Control Z. Dude, that's hilarious, TF. Oh, how I wish I could. I do that so often. Or double tap back on my iPad. You're hilarious. Freaking. If he should be a comedian artist, that's for sure. Yeah, hilarious. Gosh. Well, it doesn't matter. It's looking good. It's coming out. Actually, some of the blending techniques are working out. Because a lot of these areas are going to be really dark anyways. I can put some orange in here to kind of like throw in some ideas. Fire is going to be orange, probably, most likely. You're here all week. Oh, poor doggy. Here in LA, like my old place I used to live in LA, they had fireworks for no reason. They would just blow up stuff. And I'm like, why? And it would just always freak out everybody and always set off the alarms in the neighborhood or on the street or whatever. But I'm like, where do you get these things from? I have no idea where you're even getting these from. But they do. Ooh, that's like a fluorescent orange. That is not what I want. Oof. Okay, we're not going to continue. Let me clean up the lines. Thanks. I'm glad the layering is looking somewhat good. I guess the fluorescent orange for the fire is good. I just want to kind of blend it out a little bit because I don't really know for 100% for sure what I'm doing. So maybe I'll wait on that. Yeah. Man, you need to go yell at them. Be like, hey, stop freaking doing fireworks. Fireworks are illegal where you're at. They're technically illegal here in certain parts of Los Angeles too, but people get away with it. I don't understand how. Oh, so these are the watercolors I'm using. Oval 8. Prong. I don't know if they're good or bad. I just found them. Someone gave them to me. I think they're from a high school that someone donated them to. I'm using cheap ones. I didn't use my expensive ones because, honestly, I'm not sure if my wife would be happy if I used them. So I'm just like being cautious and using the cheap ones. It should be all fine and dandy. I mean, the dragon's looking colorful, little retro design. He doesn't look super dark and like intense like I wanted to. I think these are dollar store watercolors, for sure. So I wouldn't recommend them. I don't recommend them. I don't know what they are. I think they're dollar store. They were given to a school, so like I'm sure they're the cheapest possible at a dollar store. Wouldn't do it. But you know what? If you can't make art with the worst of a product, then are you truly an artist? You know? So I'm giving it my best with what I can. We have November 5th and New Year's. People do it at other times. Bloody annoying because of my cat's freak out. Oh, yeah, I bet. November 5th. 5th of November. Isn't that, is that from V for Vendetta? Is that the November 5th day that they do that stuff? I know I just totally went towards a movie instead of actually saying the actual political reason for November 5th. I'm very sorry. But here in America, we don't learn those things real well. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so we're just working with the cheap supplies today. Question is, if I made him blue, how do I make the red work with him? He might turn purple. Huh. Good idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I think I'm at a stalemate right now for a second. Huh. Ooh, what do I do? Okay, you know what? We're just going to go with the red right now. Some professional fashion illustrators use Crayola watercolor. I bet they do. Professionals are beastly. They just make anything work. I like to use cheap stuff because I figure like if I have any like students who want to learn, you know, how to paint and stuff, I'm not gonna push them into the situation and like go buy really expensive, you know, acrylics or paints or whatever it is, because it's just like, you know, I would hate for that. I'd be like, oh, so I can't really paint like you, and then it'd be an excuse. So like, oh, my painting didn't come out as good as yours because you use really intense, really good paint. You know, yeah, I do teach art, but it's like more of a tutoring. I don't do classes anymore. I did classes 6 years ago back in Korea. I did it for 6 years, but I just don't do it anymore because I don't know. Colored rocks. Ooh, you're talking about the rocks that like you can get them wet and they crumble down into color. YouTube didn't like your words? What does that mean, Crime? Is it censoring you? That's pretty hardcore if it's censoring you. I'd be pissed if like the internet was censoring me at all. I don't believe in that nonsense. Okay, so that's some deep red that I did not expect. Let me pull some of that out. That's right, the gunpowder plot of 5th of November. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Crime. You just woke up. Okay, you go. That's Micah. What's Micah? Xana. What's Micah? Mika? Micah? Mice? That's Mise? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. The stone that you can grind up and then draw with. Yeah, it's really cool. I've never used it though. That's messed up. There should be no censor to any word whatsoever. That's weird crime. I'm sorry that the dang, that's messed up. YouTube. That's super messed up. Use it for eyeshadow. No way. How do you do it? So you break it up and crush it down and then like you just use it, or you put it as a powder. You crush it into a powder and put it on your eyes? Is that how it works? That's interesting. Oh my gosh. I wonder if AI is going to start doing that. Like if AI starts like controlling like YouTube or like any kind of social media sources, and if you start typing something that it disagrees with, it'll start being like, "Nah, this shouldn't be. This shouldn't be." You know what I mean? And then it tells you otherwise because it predicts what you should be saying and what you shouldn't be. That'd be crazy. I'd be so mad. But that's probably where we're going to go down. Darn internet. Interesting. I bet you those rocks probably have a really good powder as an eyeliner or facial stuff, because it's just like if you can crush it correctly, you probably get a certain fineness that probably applies to the skin or applications elsewhere that work out beautifully. Interesting. I want to try that too. Yeah, they're like, oh no, you. I mean, if I type in January 5th here in America, they might flag me and be like, hey, you're planning on overtaking the elections? It's like, come on now, guys, come on. Who knows? Who knows what the government's listening into us and thinking that we're all gonna do or something? Like, not everybody's, you know, nutso like that. I mean, I guess some censorship is probably necessary for certain. I don't know. I don't know. How do you censor certain things? But they're all listening. They're always listening. Brown, black, and some pink. Interesting. Those are rocks. Those are actual stones. Or are they like not real stones? Like, are they just like manufactured stones? Is trying discussing what keeps happening in your schools. If you put the word in the same comment, it doesn't post. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh, that's black. All right. Not so bad, not so bad, not so bad. Getting there, guys. Mica stones. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Interesting. I'll look those up for sure. Okay. Stones for grinding. I feel like stones for grinding and stuff, like anything kind of rock that you grind and get color from, is probably going to look better in the end than just doing watercolor style where you're just using already ground up stuff. But I don't know. Never really tried it that much. I tried it once with ink, you know, the stone ink, or Japanese style. And of course, you can get some really dark, deep, like, you know, blacks with that. But I don't know about color. I don't know where those colors come from or how they get it and stuff. But it seems cool. It seems very cool. Probably takes patience, like really good patience, which is dope. It's probably what we need. Okay, let's see. Egg tempura. I actually want to try egg tempura because I want to do some oil paintings and stuff like that for like the old school Renaissance painters used. I would love to see why they used it. I mean, I'm sure they just used it because it was the only thing available, but like what benefits on color did it have? And very curious. Interesting. That's a pretty good art teacher if they made you use those then. Wish my art teacher made me use those. That'd be dope. Paint with beets? I bet you can. Those things are super stainy. Beets are like the most red rubyish color there is. Those things destroy. Man, oh man. I want to use flowers, because I know flowers, like the petals of flowers, you can crush up if they're like, I just don't know how potent the color is. I have some purple flowers out front that I want to try to do these techniques with. It's a cool thing to kind of paint with, like old school techniques. I think it's one of those like lost ordeals. Turmeric. Oh, nice. Didn't think about that one. Never painted with turmeric. I wonder how long the paint would last in comparison to like paints that they use now. Yeah, let's test it. Let's test it all. I bet the beets do stay somewhat the same color because, I mean, it's a color, right? Like the color should stay the same, shouldn't it? Am I confusing it for not being able to? It's more pinkish. Interesting. Huh. But I wonder if you layer the beats paint over top of each other, it would come into the color that you see like originally. All right, let's see. How are we doing here? It's coming together. It's actually it's not too brutal. It's better than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure. So I feel like this drawing is going to take me a lot longer than like 1 or 2 episodes of live stream, and I don't want to keep doing live streams that are not productive to new ideas. So do you guys think that I should continue the watercolor until I finish it on the live stream, or I should move on to something else and do this on my free time? Because there's tons of other projects I can do on live stream, like inking projects and stuff. So I need to kind of know what you guys think. Yeah, walnut ink is very pretty brown. It's one of the. It looks so good, especially if you can ink like drawings with walnut brown. So good. All right, Xana, have a good night. Thank you for joining. Fun stuff. Glad you got to be a part of this. Catch you later too. I really appreciate it. I think we're done for tonight as well because I need to plan what the heck was going on here and what to do from here forward. So I actually may end the night here, but okay, here guys, look, this is what we got. This is what we got so far. This is the watercolor, the first layer. Very, very. Have a good night, Xana. And this is the first layer. So this is like not detailed at all. It's not dark, has no contrast. It's very light, kind of childishly watercolored, which makes sense. I did it. But from here, I have to figure out how to create a deeper, darker contrast and fill in all these characters and make something represent. So tomorrow I'm going to Google and YouTube to figure out how to make these things darker, really bring contrast, and get these greens to work out with the red and everything like that. I think I have too many colors here. I have blue, green, red, brown. I think that's too much. So I may just like do a full scan of red all over it to kind of tint it over. I don't know if that's what I can do. I'm definitely going to try that, or I may go green. I may just make this a whole green thing because I think with the blue, this, and the brown, I can make that green. The hard part with creating the reds into a green, which might muddy it up a little bit, but I can still keep the fire, but it might look like a Christmas freaking painting. I don't know with the yellows and stuff. Maybe it'll be yellow, red, and green. Maybe that's what I'll do. I really don't know. We're going to continue and to see how it works, but okay, so that's what I should do then. Continue with the greens. Is that what you're saying? Maybe I can go green on him a little bit. Come up here, green up on him, green on the blue for sure. And the red and yellows kind of be in this direction. Kind of have a few reflections of red and color, yellow over here. It's not going to look the best. I know that because I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, green it is. Green it is. Because there's already more green than there is red. But the clouds are the best thing. I mean, the fire clouds, they look the best. They're like the thing that I did on accident. How funny. All right, guys. So that's tonight. I'll do one more night of watercolor tomorrow, and we will go from there. And then after tomorrow night, if I don't finish it, I'll just move on to the next painting, and then I'll post this on my Patreon or my, YouTube post or whatever. But thank you guys for the amazing night. It was really fun talking with you all. Y'all made me really hungry for burgers. I really appreciate all of y'all and your insight and the fun chat. You're amazing. Also, if you're a creative, go out and create. But yeah, thank you for everything. Hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. Don't know what time it is or day it is for you. But yeah. Zmei the Dragon, the watercolor mess of the evening. All right. Chat with you guys later. Peace out.